Collateral Beauty is a great film to see during this holiday season, with the feel of classic holiday movie A Christmas Carol as Will Smith's Howard is encountered by three abstractions in death, time, and love to get his life back on track. However, the ending for the film for some people may be far more complex, and like all my other ending explained videos, everything from here on out is a major spoiler, so you've been warned. Seriously, if you plan on seeing the film, turn away now. Collateral Beauty leaves several clues as to how the film will conclude from beginning to end, so let's discuss the two major twists. The film ends with the conclusion that the three abstractions in Helen Mirren's death, Jacob Lattimore's time, and Keira Knightley's love are in fact ghosts. No, but seriously, they're not real. Also at the film's conclusion, we realize that Will Smith's Howard and Naomi Harris's Madeline were the parents of the little girl that passed, and Will Smith's self-loathing and inability to accept his daughter's death led him to completely forget his ex-wife Madeline until he finally accepted his daughter's fate. So back to the first twist. In trying to have Howard sign over the voting rights to Edward Norton's character Whit and friends Michael Pena and Kate Winslet hire a private investigator to try and prove that he's not mentally competent to be in his position. The PI finds letters written to death, time, and love. All of Howard's notes are written on white cards with gold leaf inlays, as well as a note he wrote to Madeline which stated, "If only we could be strangers again." But we'll get back to that one in a second. So one day at the offices of Inlet Yards and Marketing, there is a casting call for a new female spokesperson. At the end of the line is Keira Knightley's love. She leaves a line forcing Whit to follow her, which leads to him finding a dark little theater where Helen, Jacob, and Keira are all practicing for the other people they're going to help. Later on, Mirren's death says that we only help the people that need us, leading to clue number 1. As well as Helen telling Keira's love, "Good job," after Whit leaves the theater, allowing the audience to believe that the ultimate goal for these three was to help out these four in need. Whit because he needs to find a way for his daughter to love him again after his divorce, Winslet because she needs more time to try and be a mother, because she has dedicated most of the duration of her adult life to working for Howard and Whit, and Pena fears death because he is suffering from a devastating form of cancer, and he fears telling his loved ones because he may end up leaving them penniless. And finally, Howard because of all three. So at this point, only Smith, Norton, Winslet, and Pena's characters are able to see these three at this time. This is finally confirmed to the audience when at the film's conclusion, Howard and Madeline walk under the bridge in the park, and atop the bridge stand our three abstractions, which Howard is able to see, yet Madeline is not. However, Madeline was able to see Helen Mirren's death at the hospital because at that time, like Helen said earlier in the film, we only help the people that need us. Madeline needing consoling in her time of grieving, which gives us the "you must see the collateral beauty in all things" speech, which helped her through the grieving process. And since Helen had helped Madeline through this process, it is why she is no longer able to see any of the three abstractions. The three disappear in the next shot, signaling that Howard no longer needs them either. So that's the ending explained of the first twist, now on to Howard and Madeline getting back together, and Howard finally accepting his daughter's fate. Throughout the film, Howard refuses to talk about his daughter and accept her circumstances. One of the big twists is when Howard signs over the company voting rights, giving Whit the ability to sell the failing company, and Howard also signs another paper that is devastating to his friends. It was a trust in his daughter's name that he refused to sign for 2 years. The trust fund is one of the last remaining pieces of his daughter's existence that he had left, and signing over that she had passed was both heart-wrenching as well as the first step into Howard's recovery. The final step being going to Madeline's home as nothing more than a stranger, and finally accepting their daughter's fate, as she hands him back the note that he wrote for her on the white card with the gold leaf inlay, and finally able to let go of all the built-up grief, and like Madeline, be able to see the collateral beauty in everything. And that's everything I have for the ending explained of Collateral Beauty. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below, and tell me your thoughts on the film. And be sure to comment below your favorite scene, or if there was anything you feel like I missed in my explanation. And as always, I'll be back next time with videos like this and more, and as always, this is 5 Things That Explains Everything with The Thingabang Show. I'm out.